Good. Lovely to see you all on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe YouTube channel so you get notified of all the exciting exercise snacks, feel good workouts, any of the new content that I'll be providing. I will be shortly joined by my amazing 76-year-old mother-in-law, and I have wonderful participants as well on Zoom. If you'd like to join us on Zoom every Friday at 10 o'clock, please head over to my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com, and subscribe to the free newsletter, which provides access to Zoom details and a special WhatsApp group where I communicate these low impact sessions, which are in order to make exercise accessible to everyone, to all ages. So lovely to see my Zoom participants. If you're on YouTube, keep it interactive. Whenever you play this session back, it will be saved. Please hit a comment, hit some likes. We'll try and engage throughout. We start the Feel Good Fitness Prescription, as I call it, as outlined in my new book, The Feel Good Fix as well, which has lots of easy ways and the science behind movement, exercise, lifestyle changes, self-care, mind snacks, nature, the full works, even sleep. So we will start with a bit of breath work, which is really important to kick in our parasympathetic nervous system when we're rushing around, leading fast-paced, somewhat stressful lives. Take a moment for yourself before we start the workout. You can take a seat. You can place your hands on your lap, maybe one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. So we're just trying to tune into our breath. You can close your eyes, relax the body, maybe bring a small smile to the face, and just focus first on just noticing your breath. Mine is fast-paced, little bit of a stress, always getting set up with technology. So I'm just going to try and lengthen my inhales, breathing in positivity, and really lengthen your exhales. There's science around nasal breathing, so breathing in and out through your nose has excellent health benefits, also outlined in my book. So maybe try breathing in and out through your nose as much as you can. And then we're today going to do the 5-5 breath, which is a coherent breath, like resonant breathing, really great for calming the body and mind. So I will count as you inhale to 5, and then we'll exhale for 5 as well. But just do what you can. Doesn't matter if you can't do the full 5. So we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the eyes closed. Just tune into your breath now. Do you notice a little different? That was just 5 rounds of that 5-5 breath. You can now place your hands over your eyes. Keep them closed, bring a smile to your face, then slowly open them with those hands there. Let a little bit of light in, and then when you're ready, just move the hands away. Let me see those lovely smiles on Zoom. Beautiful work. How does everyone feel? It's a really powerful breathing technique. They say if you do 5 rounds a minute, and there's a lot of mantras and prayers that are based on this 5-5 breath, including the Om, which is used obviously a lot in Hindu, Jainism as well. So I've written a lot about this in my book, The Feel Good Fix. But how do you feel today? It's one of those that can give you a little quick fix at times when you feel a little bit stressed or worried. I have stood up. Until Mummy comes, I will demonstrate everything standing and seated. But we're going to now move into some mobility. So I hope you're feeling, going to just warm up all the muscles and the joints, get everything ready for the workout. So you can start circling the head, seated or standing. We're going to do 2 circles, just keeping your back nice and straight, your shoulders back, your stomach muscles in, so your belly button is towards your spine. Maybe even engaging your pelvic floor and changing direction, seated or standing. Just easing out any tension in our necks and our backs and our heads here. Lovely. And then we'll place our hands on our shoulders. We're going to do some lovely big circles, opening in the heart chakra here. So the elbows are drawing big circles, and then maybe 3 the other way. We're loosening up the synovial fluid around the joints. I hear a lot about joint pain, especially through menopause. So these mobility snacks, these exercise snacks as I call them, these little short bouts of movement we can do during our day. We can now try and alternate the arms. So we're moving from our head down. This is quite a nice little drill that you can do any time of day, even when you're sitting at your desk, if you're stuck on meetings, if you're sitting on the sofa too long. I really encourage you, let's maybe try coming forward, swiping the arms past your ears, encouraging you to try and build in these little snack size amounts. Even a minute is proven to count in your day. We're then going to try and move the hips. So if you're standing, it's a little bit easier. We are going to just circle out the hips if you're unable to stand. So maybe do 3 one way. If you're not able to stand for whatever reason, I have people using these workouts, schools with disabilities, care homes for the elderly. We can bring our chest maybe towards our thighs and just circling the torso. I'm going to change direction. If you're standing, it feels probably quite nice just to loosen everything up. Little bit of movement around the hips, brilliant. And then similarly, if you're able to balance, please make sure you've got a chair or a wall or something sturdy near you. We're going to maybe take these into single leg hip circles. So I'll show you the seated option. Otherwise, if you're standing, we're just going to start a single leg circling out. Try and keep your waist nice and still, so your hips are facing the front, they're nice and parallel, and you should really focus on this big ball and socket joint here in your hips. Giving them some mobility is so important. Maybe changing directions after a few. The supporting leg, if you're balancing, is really good. It's going to strengthen those muscles there. If you're seated, you could similarly lift the leg up. They don't have to be big circles. And I can really feel some little clicks there. Anyone feel any clicks as those joints are just starting to move and get lubricated? Other leg as well, so changing sides. If you are able to balance, we will be doing a balance snack as part of all of these workouts. But balance is a really important one. If you're able to maintain our balance for as long as possible for our independence, for future-proofing our bodies, when you're done, just have a little seat or a stand, and then let's all sit down. We're going to circle out our ankles. So either, if you're able to, you could lift your leg up, so you're engaging the muscles in the fronts of your thighs, your quadriceps. We can circle out the ankles, or if it doesn't feel right, even just trying to get some movement in with your heel on the ground. 3 one way, 3 the other. We could add in some rotation in our wrists, so lifting the hands up, arms nice and straight. Little bit of coordination to get those brain cells working, to keep our brains fit. As we know, let's change side. I always talk about exercise and the power it has for our mind, for reducing risks of things like dementia and Alzheimer's as well. And these little coordinated movements, quite hard to change direction with the hands and the feet, are just sparking those brain cells. You've got to really send those messages down to our limbs to move correctly. So they're great for keeping our brains fit and reducing our risks. So when I'm talking, you could use this time to go into a march, a jog, even a little run if you're able. We do keep it low impact, but it's totally your workout. Whatever feels good for you. If there's an exercise you can't do, and I'm doing them seated here, still getting my steps in. If there's an exercise you can't do, even picking any of the ones that we do and filling the gaps would be brilliant. If you need more rest, this is your time to rest as well. So I always use what I call band snacks. They're resistance bands. Do not worry if you don't have one, because I don't expect any fancy equipment in my workouts. We literally use safe household objects. As you can see, I even found some lovely little plastic water bottles that were smaller, like little dumbbells recently. But these are great. You can buy them cheaply online, or you could use a pair of old tights, or even a belt or a scarf. But something with a bit of stretch gives us that resistance, because we're going to start really working the muscles now. And muscle mass is so important. So we're going to start with Lavina's daily shoulder floss, which is like flossing our teeth on a daily basis. I'm showing you the full version, but I see people who can't get their arms up and over. They may need to bend your arms, or you may not be able to go all the way round, because this is the ball and socket joint in our shoulders. And when we're sitting for long periods, we all start rounding our spines when we're using phones, when we're using laptops, watching TV, driving. So this is a great one to do every day, maybe in front of the mirror, because I'm watching everyone on Zoom that I can see. YouTube, please keep going. Zoom, if you're starting to feel imbalances, which is common, maybe one side is easier than the other, please check in front of the mirror and maybe loosen up your band if you're finding it hard. I can see some of you are feeling it already. It's that lactic acid, that slight burning sensation. Give me a little nod if you can feel it. We'll try for a couple more. Let's go for 3. If I was doing it seated, I could even sit a little bit forward, moving the tights or the band or your belt up and over, and last one. Give the arms a little shake. Let's add in a few steps just to loosen everything off, seated or standing. Let's just loosen things off. So daily shoulder flossing, and that's also in my book, The Feel Good Fix. I'll keep mentioning, because it's got lots of ideas for you, and the science and the explanations around how to do it, and even some videos that I've filmed especially for the book. So we can now open out. We're going to do a cross body stretch. If you haven't got a band, it's literally this movement. I'm elongating, stretching out opposite arms. Really good for, again, preventing that kyphosis, opening out the spine. If you've got the resistance, your arms are going to feel it. And you can bring your arms to this position in between each repetition. So it's like a frontal raise here. Breathe out as we extend. Breathe in as we come back. So using that breath work, that's really important. We need to keep breathing through our exercises. Can you feel this? And last one. And relax. Good. Give it all another little shake out if you need to. We're going to do a little bow and arrow. Again, this is a great exercise. A lot of physios often prescribe their patients as well. I've got both arms in front of me. Don't worry if you haven't got a band. I'll show you first. Stay at shoulder height, and it's coming back and round. The other arm is staying straight. So can you see that? I've got lovely bow and arrow position. And then I bring that arm back in. Let's do the same side, or you can alternate. Try and keep your wrist nice and straight to your forearm and squeeze these back muscles together. So this is encouraging your scapula to come and squeeze tight to really help our posture, to help our back strength. You will also feel it probably in your arms. So upper back muscles, trapezius muscles, rhomboids, lots of muscles being engaged here, the delts, breathing out and in, and maybe add in a little hold even in your bow and arrow, as if you're like Robin Hood or doing some little practice outdoors. So we're squeezing back. Can you feel that? Yep, I hope you can feel it. I can really feel that. The tighter you hold the bands, obviously the harder it is, or your pair of tights. The looser, the easier it is. So you can progress by playing this workout back and trying more. Give me some thumbs up on YouTube. Give me a like or a comment on Zoom. Let me know if you felt that. Brilliant. We're going to try some now with our band or our tights just tied round our upper thigh, so just above your knee, maybe a little tight here, but keep your feet a little bit apart as well. So I'm going to show you the moves that we're going to try. We're going to just start engaging the thigh muscles with our bands. So it's probably easier seated, I would say. We're going to have a seat, and then we're going to try and squeeze out and in. So if you haven't got a band, I would say even step out and in, just to try and engage these muscles. This is the resistance here. If it feels loose, just give it a little tighten up. And we're going to squeeze out and in with our thighs. Try and keep your body nice and upright, your core engaged, your stomach nice and tight, shoulders back. And focus on these thighs, pushing against the band, inner thighs bringing them back in. So can you feel that? It might take a little while to engage. You could, if that doesn't work for you, even this with the band, I can feel stepping alternate legs out and in, but a few more squeezes here, maybe having the feet a bit wider and trying to move the knees out and in, or maybe trying to move the band a little bit lower. So feel what works for you here, because obviously it's quite a hard exercise to demonstrate, but I'm squeezing out and in, and I can really, now I've done about 20, I can start feeling this. Give me some thumbs up on Zoom, yes or no? Are you feeling it? It's a little bit of a tough one, this one. Out and in, 3, good, 2, and 1. Amazing. What we're going to try and do now is we're going to try and move our leg out and in. Now I'm going to show you the seated option. This is a little bit, I would tighten the band a little bit if I was staying seated. Pranam, Mummy. Mummy's made it. That's okay. At least you made it, which is great. Are you okay? Yeah. Lovely to see you. So we're just doing some exercises with the band. You've got a nice matching pink band there to put with your pink outfit. So if I was standing, I'm going to try and step. I'm going to hold on to somewhere, and I'm going to try and push the leg out and in. Now, my band is a bit loose, so I'm going to tighten it a bit more. I think you guys might need to do the same. And if the band doesn't work for you, if it's a distraction, literally let's get rid of the band, because even this exercise, moving the leg out and in, if it's straight, yeah, Mummy, that was the warm-up. So that was our first one. And then you can try with this one. So if anyone's standing, Mummy can carry on with that version. Can you feel that, Mummy, with the band? I am just standing with a straight leg as possible. I'm trying to squeeze out and in. I would hold on to support. I've just come close to the camera to show you. This is a great one. You could even do lying on the ground on your side if you're able to lie down. But I can really feel this now in my glutes, my bottom, my outer thigh, my inner thigh. How does that feel? Good. Let's change sides when you're ready. Oh, lovely to see people on YouTube engaging as well. So again, I'm going to change sides. So Mummy, you could do the double squeezes now, in and out. So both knees, so you could keep your feet down, and you can go like this, squeeze out and in, yeah? And try and engage your thighs. Can you feel that? Engage your pelvic floor, especially if you've been doing our pelvic floor snacks. And if you need help on those, there's a whole workout and explanation Mummy's done on my YouTube channel as well, under the Feel Good Workout playlist. So can we feel this? I'm giving you a bit more time here just to adjust what works for you. And if you don't like it, just march on the spot. Ooh, I can feel that. Did anyone try that standing? I can see some of you. Did that feel good? A little bit of a new one. So let's drop the band now. We are going to march it out while I do something slightly different. So Mummy, just get your steps in, seated or standing, everyone. We're going to do a cardio snack, but what we're going to try and do is actually have a timer. So I'm just setting a timer up on my phone. We're going to do a work period for 30 seconds, but by all means stop and start. And then we're going to rest for 20 seconds. And we're just going to do 5 rounds to start off with. First exercise. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's going to be skipping. So we're going to go back to our childhood. So Mummy likes skipping. She's already smiling. Now skipping actually is great for our bones because we want to try and put a little bit of load on those bones to let them grow and build, because we lose our bone density as we age. You could do it standing. You could literally try and do a little bit, imagining a rope, or you could do double leg, nice and slow here, or fast. We're going to go in less than 10 seconds. I'll keep the timer there, and I'll tell you each move in the break. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to pretend I'm skipping here with a little rope. I want you to go back to your childhood days in the playground, not a care in the world. Skipping is great for our bones, as I was saying. But obviously, if you have a rope, we're not jumping. But I've read a lot of research about hopping and about jumping. Even though I say this is low impact, I'm just showing you. Oh, and that went nice and quick. You got 20 seconds now. Are we good? Did you enjoy that? Yeah. We're going to now go into some boxing. And for those that have done my workouts before, you could grab some tin cans are perfect. Some lightweight tin cans. Is the heating too high? Let's go, Mummy. Will you get everyone going? Let's go, 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 go. We're working now. I'm just going to adjust our temperature here. That's it. Let's box it out, guys. Punching away all of our worries, our tension. You could march on the spot. You could even go into a bit of a jog. I want you to really move those arms with or without little tin cans. We got 3, 2, 1. Relax there. No weights for the next exercise. Everything is optional. We're going to do high knees. So you're bringing the knee up. You could give yourself a little high five by putting your hands just at your belly button level. Use your core muscles, or you could use your arms to reach up. I'm not running in this workout, but you could, if you were able to, move it up faster. Really reach, lift those knees up as high as you can. Good, Mummy. Seated or standing. If you need to rest, because it's starting to get difficult now, I want you to breathe through it. Please rest if you need a little rest. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 20 seconds. How are we all doing? We've got star jumps next. So I've just mixed in some of our favorite cardio exercises. We're going to do a nice clap all the way. If I'm standing, I'm not jumping in this workout, but I'm going to go really nice and fast to challenge myself. Let's go, let's go. About 30 seconds if you can. Give yourselves a clap. Lovely star jumps, Mummy. She's been doing these every morning, right? Good girl. Give yourselves a clap. You are my stars. We got less than 10 seconds. How is your heart rate? Mine's definitely coming up. And relax. Breathe. How are we doing? Woo, I'm out of breath. We got the last one. It's a nice, easy one. It's a walk, a jog, or even a little sprint. You could do a sprint even seated like you're in a race. Move those feet fast. Move those arms. Let's go, let's go. This is a race against yourselves. No major competition. But you can play this workout back because I am out of breath. You can see how your fitness, your stamina levels improve. Maybe just use this as a little HIIT snack, little bit of higher intensity interval training. Can we keep going? Relax if you need to. 2 and 1. Well done, everyone. How are you feeling right now? If a rate of perceived exertion, so 0 is I'm in bed, my mum's already put 7 or 8, well done. And 10 is I am absolutely exhausted. Where are you, mummy? 7, can I see any other numbers? YouTube, feel free to put it in the comments. Andrew, you were about a 7. Let's see, Marion. Let me see, 7. Bujamanti is a 7 as well. Varsha, I saw you were really going for it. Well done. 8. We've got lots of you on Zoom. I can't see your cameras, but well done. So how do you feel? Very good for our aerobic systems, our respiratory health, our hearts, our lungs. So sprinkle in that little snack. That is at about 10:25. So 25 minutes into our workout, you could go back to this one and play that back again anytime you need some movement. We're going into our strength section though now. And you know how important I keep saying strength training is. We're going to do our squats to start off, the king of lower body exercises. If you can't stand, we do call them sit and stands in my exercises here, you could just do leg extensions, which we can all warm up with. And that's lifting a leg off the ground, using your, really tightening these quadricep muscles here. So you could add a hold as you lift the leg off and put your hands on your muscles. Can you feel them? I want you to really focus on building muscle mass, which again we lose after the age of 30. There's studies to show even in your 60s, 70s and 80s, even 90s, you can actually build your muscle mass by regular strength training. And it can be really, really effective and quite quickly build our muscle mass up. So obviously things like eating high protein diet will also help, but we're going to do our leg extensions. Second option, if you want a little bit of assistance, you're going to have your feet just over shoulder width. Our knees are always going to go out in the same direction as your toes, never coming in. We could use our chair just to lift up and down. So we've got the support. I want you to just check that you can see your toes. Are your feet in the same position? Are your heels in line? Are your knees going out? I can already feel my muscles engage. And some of you that are able, the next level up, if you're able to stand all the way up without any assistance, I want you to go down and up nice and slow, touching the chair, squeeze the glutes as you come back up. Let's do 5 of these just as a little warm up. 3, good, stomach tight, back straight. 2, lovely. And 1, squeezing up. So we've done 5. I want you to pause there. So could you add some weight on? Because I know we went straight into that. The idea is progressive overload with strength training. If you're new to it, body weight, so no extra weight is perfect. Mummy's grabbed a nice big laundry bottle there. I'm going to hold a weight because I know I can challenge it. We're going to go for 10 of whatever you want. If you're doing your leg extensions, you could even hold a weight in front of you with straight arms or close to you. Keep your backs nice and straight. Let's try and aim for 10. Just holding the weight is now going to progress your strength training. And we go down and up nice and slow. Squats are brilliant for our brains. I'm talking a lot about brain health today, but it's increasing the blood flow to the brain, and we're moving against gravity as well. And they're strengthening all of our lower body muscles to help us hopefully sit and stand independently for as long as possible. Are you counting, Mum? 6. Good. Are you squeezing at the top? Let me show you from the side. I want your bodies nice and upright. Squeeze at the top, your glutes. Lovely. Breathe out as you come up. 9. Lovely work. And 10. Ooh, how are we feeling? Good, right? Because we've done, I'm just going to open this door a little bit to get some fresh air in. We've done that HIIT snack, the cardio first. So do you feel a little bit different? So you're already a little bit warmer. And strength training is brilliant because the more muscle mass we have, it's very metabolically active, and that's going to help you burn more calories at rest, help us maintain a healthy weight to reduce risks of things like type 2 and pre-diabetes. I can see Varsha on Zoom. She's already moving, but I was giving you a chance to rest there. She'll be getting lots of steps in. We're now going to move into our upper body, queen of exercises as I call them, and that's our press-ups. And all of our squats and everything, I've got different squat snacks in the book with a lot of the science behind it if you're interested as well. We're going to go into press-ups. I can see Andrew's already got to the wall on Zoom. Mummy's going to demonstrate on the wall. I will show you a seated option for those that can't stand. If you're stuck behind your desk, you're going to just try and bend your arms, bringing your chest forwards, bending at the elbows, straightening up, pushing back, but focusing on all the upper body muscles to get that mind to muscle connection. So if I'm seated, I'm pushing against my thighs. If I'm standing, I've got a nice wall here. They're so effective that you can move your body in a straight line. So there's no hinge at the hips. I'm bending at the elbow, and I could make it harder by moving my feet further away. So Mummy's doing really well. And Mummy, you could try even moving your feet a centimetre further back. Let's aim for about 10. And then I'll talk you through some other options. Lovely. Can you feel that? Is your stomach tight? Straight line. If you're standing, moving towards the wall, pushing away. I can feel that in all my upper body muscles. When you've done yours, just give your wrists a little roll out. Maybe add in some steps if you want to have a rest. So we're going to do one more set of our press-ups because I feel they're so important. Big compound move for all the upper body muscles. If you could progress, the kitchen island or a table against the wall is a great option. I would always encourage you to keep your arms nice and wide, just so you get that depth. So should we do one more set? Do you want to do it seated or standing? Mummy's doing some nice leg extensions there. What are you doing in the break? You're lifting both legs up and holding. That's a nice one. You can practice that as well if you fancy. So let's do one more set of press-ups. You could do them seated or standing, maybe about 10. I'm just challenging a bit more. So today I'm going to move further away, and I'm bending, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Really hold your core in. Some of you are doing them seated, which is great. Well done, Marion. You're doing some lovely ones. Well done, Ambuja Manti on Zoom. I can see you too. Well done, Varshanti. Andrew, I think, is doing them on his sofa, which is very low, so well done. We don't do them on the floor in this workout just because I want to make this accessible to absolutely everyone. But obviously, I have lots of other snacks that show harder exercises and playlists on my YouTube channel. Lovely, roll them out. Mummy, when you're done with your 10, take a seat and take your time. We work quite quickly to try and get everything in, but those are the two important ones, the squats and the press-ups. If you could commit for homework today to doing a squat snack every day, whenever you're sitting for too long, the chair is almost like, I want it to be your cue. I've been sitting for too long, I'm just going to stand up. When I'm watching TV, I'm maybe going to grab my rucksack, put it as a weight on my back, and add in some weight. We're going to do some work with our upper body. We're going to grab some light weights. Tin cans are perfect for beginners. If you've got other weights, obviously we'll progress them. I'll show you standing. We're going to do my desk reset snack, which is in my book, The Feel Good Fix, but I always want you to bring your shoulders up, back an inch or two, and down the spine. There, your posture is fixed. We're standing or sitting nice and tall, visualizing that desk shape as your little cue. Whenever you're rounding, we're going to go into 5 bicep curls where my elbows are nice and close to my body. My wrists stay nice and straight. So whatever weight I'm holding, I don't want you to bend at the wrist. I want you to try and keep it nice and straight. Breathe out as you curl the weight towards you. Breathe in as we release. Let's do a few more, because I think some of you started a little bit after me. I showed that quite quickly. Can we go slower, up and down? Because sometimes we can't increase weight. And I want you to show you a way that you can progress your strength training, maybe going 3, 2, 1 up, 3, 2, 1 down. How does that feel? Can we do a few more? Can you feel it here in your biceps to start off with? There are other muscles working, but this is mainly that isolation exercise. And shall we do one last one and release? Brilliant. And then we're going to move into a shoulder press. So you could change your weights depending on what weights you've picked. Tin cans, again, are perfect weights for beginners. I've got my hands either side of my ears. I'm relaxing my shoulders straight back. I'm going to push up and bring them down. Exhale, breathe out and down. A great one to do in front of the mirror, like our shoulder floss, because then you can see whether both sides are nice and even and symmetrical. We're working our shoulders. We're mimicking putting something on a shelf ourselves, lifting things up, carrying things we need to do as we want to stay as independent as possible, future-proofing our bodies. Shall we do 3 more? Have you changed your weights, mummy? It's getting hard. Good. 3, listen to your body. 2, do them body weight, even if you find the weights hard. Focus on those muscles. And 1, brilliant work. Holding on to our weights or changing them again, I would say go light for these ones. We're going to add in some lateral raises. So that's just coming out to the side and then slowing down as we come down. So straight arms up to shoulder height, palms are facing down, and I come out to the side. Tin cans are perfect. If you wanted to, you could add in a leg extension here. Oh, mummy, do you want to move your, you okay? Move the arms a little bit forward. You can move your, could do a leg extension. So you can move your leg, lifting the foot up and down for a bit of coordination. Exhale and inhale. So breathe out as you lift. Can you feel this now? We've done quite a bit, everyone. Lovely. And down. Last one here. And release. Well done. Give it a little roll out. We'll do one last exercise. This time we can add in our calf raises. So our calf push-ups So if I was seated, all I'm doing is lifting my heels off the ground and down. If I was standing, you've got to keep balance. So please be careful. Lift the heels and down. But just see how it feels. Obviously, I don't want anyone falling over. Shoulders back. And what we're going to do here is try and either lift both arms straight forwards and down, just to shoulder height. So I keep them straight and straight back down. Reset your spine, make sure, even in between reps. So if I was to add the heel raises, it's quite difficult standing. I would suggest everyone we sit down just to be safe on this one. Exhale, lift the heels and down. If you don't want to do the heels, by all means, do this standing. Just lifting up, front of our shoulders are working hard here. 2, lovely. How's my mum doing? Both mums are on here. Lovely, last one. And release, good. I've got one mum here and one on Zoom. I can see you both. You could drop one weight, so let's do something for our core. And we could just hold a little water bottle or a tin, mummy. You could just hold one in front of us. And what we're going to start off with, so we're working our abdominals. We're going to try and keep the body nice and straight. I'm going to really suck your belly button in towards your spine. Engage your pelvic floor muscles as well if you can. Arms are straight. And I'm just going to twist, but I'm keeping my waist forwards. I'm just using my arms and I'm focusing actually on this part, just doing a little twist, but I'm trying to keep this still. It's quite difficult, maybe easier seated, twisting and forwards. Can you feel that? So really suck your stomach muscles in. Let's try 1 or 2 more on each side. How does that feel? And 1 more. Ooh, it's quite difficult. And then last one we're going to do on both sides for these love handles here. So on the sides of our bodies, our obliques, we could have one hand behind our head just to encourage your chest to stay open. So without a weight, so maybe no weight with the hand there, perfect. Just a hand just to open out the chest, elbow back. The weight or the tin can is perfect here in this straight arm. So if you're seated, just come to the side. We're going to go down and squeeze up. I want you to visualize the sides moving as if you're between 2 panes of glass, and I'm just sliding the weight down, squeezing the sides as I come back up and down. Inhale, exhale. Can you feel this, mummy? So can you feel that lovely stretch? And down. Let's do 2 more and we'll change sides. Ooh, I can really feel this. You might remember me tomorrow or the day after in these lovely obliques, side abs here. Let's change sides. You don't even need to use a weight. You're just reaching and coming through. Can you feel it? Inhale, exhale. So you can feel it here. Good. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. 4. Lovely. 3. Reach. How does it feel? Either side slightly different maybe. See how far you can reach down. Squeeze it back up. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Super, super work. How do we feel, guys? Time just flies when we're having fun. So march it out. We're going to do a little finisher. So mummy, you get to pick out of those 5 cardio exercises, the skipping, the boxing, the high knees. What else did we do? Star jumps or the walk, jog or sprint on the spot. What shall we finish with? And we'll try and do a minute if we can, but by all means stop and start. I think Varsha wants to do star jumps, she's saying, huh? Yes, I can see her on Zoom. She's got her arms up. So Mummy and Varsha today have chosen. So we are going to go. Let me get this timer on. I'll do it on my watch. In 3, 2, 1. You can do as many star jumps as you can in a minute. You can stop and start. I'm not jumping, but I'm going nice and fast standing. Give yourselves a big clap. This is a nice one to finish on because you all deserve a big clap. You've just done 45 minutes of really, really good work, covering the feel-good fitness prescription. Woo! Keep going. Let's see how we're doing. We're 30 seconds in. Stop if you need to. Have a breather. Carry on if you can. You've got this workout saved, so you don't have to do the full minute today. You can come back to it and try and hit that minute. We have got how many seconds left? 10 seconds. Let's count down, everyone. 9, 8. Everyone count. 7. I can hear you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Well done. So out of 10, what is your exertion level like now? I hope it's over 6 and 7. 8. Well done. Super work. 8. Andrew's a 9. Varsha's an 8. And Bujamanti's a 9, I think. Who have we got? Purnima Auntie, Marion, Urmila Ben. Oh gosh, lots of you. Super well done. Bring the heart rate down. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Let's move into our stretch, which is going to help bring that heart rate down as we focus on our breathing. But to lengthen out the muscles, reduce risk of injuries. This is the most important part. I hope you don't run away, and I hope you increase your stretching capabilities as well over time. So I've got one leg straight, toes are flexed towards me, lifting the other, arms up. I'm going to try and reach, bringing the chest down towards my thighs, but you don't have to touch your toes. You could place your hands on your shins, relax your upper body, so no tension in your neck or shoulders. That straight leg, so you should feel a lovely stretch all the way down the hamstrings, the back of the legs, the calves. Breathe deep breaths in because my heart rate is also quite high. Let's try and bring it back down to resting rate. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll back up. When you are at the end of your day, how many of you watch TV in the evenings? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Maybe some of you don't, but a lot of people are addicted to TVs. You could just be doing a few stretches in the advert breaks. I also have an advert snack. I called it an ad snack, I think, and a sofa snack in the book, because those times we could, even at the end of the day, just add in a lovely stretch to really ease out any tension from the day. It's a form of self-care, I feel, connecting the mind and the body, so are really good for our mental health as well. And especially when you're exercising, I hope you do a couple of my workouts each week so that you can hit the guidelines, at least, of trying to hit a couple of times of strength training specifically is really important. So I've got one foot over the other. This could be quite hard, so don't push too hard. If you want to, you can apply a little bit of pressure. You might be able to feel that on your glute, but just opening out your hips like this, people struggle. I can see people really finding it hard to place their foot up. If you want to make it harder to progress, you could bring your chest towards the shin, inhaling, exhaling. Can you feel that, Mummy? Yeah. And then changing sides. Ideally, we would hold each stretch for like 30 seconds, but we're just giving you a little snack here. So just targeting the main muscles that we've worked. I think we've worked every muscle today. How do you feel good? Yeah. And then the other side. We're going to just maybe sit or stand. You're going to place your hands in the middle of your back so that you're opening out your chest. Elbows are coming towards one another. So I've just got my hands there. I'm standing or sitting nice and tall, looking forward, big smiles. Can you feel that lovely stretch? All of our chests, our pecs get really tight as we round out. Lovely smiles. Ah, you all look so handsome and beautiful, men and women. Brilliant work. We've got our biceps that we've worked as well, so maybe let's extend out. One arm, hands on the palms, just pushing the fingers back. Relax the shoulders, but you should feel that lovely stretch here, just as I push a little bit of pressure on that palm. Inhale, exhale. How's your heart rate? Has it gone back to normal yet? And then the other one, so relax your shoulders, just stretching out. This is great. Even if you're doing gardening, if you're doing a lot of cooking or household shopping or anything, stretches after our day, our day-to-day activities. And then we're going to just take our lovely feel-good finish, as we always call it, seated or standing. This is a lovely way to connect the breath, lifting the arms up, taking a big positive inhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing out any tension, anxiety, any worries. Actually, we're going to move into a feel-good hug because I nearly forgot our feel-good hugs. But we're going to do that first. So we're going to open out the arms. It's like a seated or standing cat-cow from yoga. I'm arching my back. So I'm really sticking my tailbone out. Inhale here. I want you to give yourselves a big hug as you round the back. Really get a C shape in the spine. Open out the vertebra. Give yourself a bit of self-love because you so deserve it. And I wish I could give you all a physical hug, but in the meantime, you can see my mum there. Me and mummy are gonna hug each other. If you've got anyone near you, go and give them a feel-good hug. Otherwise, this one's from me and mummy to all of you. Inhale, exhale, the power of a hug. Well done, mummy. Super, super work. Well done.
Happy birthday to Lavina. Her birthday was on 13th of March.
I said you're 76 and I'm 46 now. Yeah. I can't believe I'm 46. Thank you so much. She's made me embarrassed, but thank you. It was 2 days ago and it's been wonderful. I've had 2 full days off to enjoy, which has been amazing.
Whole month has been the birthday month.
I know, exactly. We've got so many birthdays this month. So we will end. Mummy, do you want to do a feel-good finish in Gujarati? We have lots of workouts in Gujarati for the South Asian community as well.
અંદર શ્વાસ લ્યો, બધા સુખ વિચારો અંદર લઈ જાઓ, બારે શ્વાસ કાઢો, બધા અશુભ વિચારો બારે કાઢો.
Lovely work. Let's take one final feel-good finish. Bringing that positivity, hands meet at the top, capture that positivity, bring it down to your heart center in prayer position. Close your eyes for 1 minute before we rush off to our busy lives. Thank your bodies. Thank you for showing up today. It's a privilege to be able to do any type of movement, and it's a real privilege for me to have this community and all of you supporting me on my journey, but making mummy and me come together so we can all feel good together. Give yourselves a little bow, a little clap. Super, super work, everyone. Well done, mummy. Yay.
Well done, Lavina.
Well done to everyone that's joined. Please comment, please share these with your loved ones. I'm trying to help as many people as I can with these free workouts we started in the pandemic. I will talk to everyone on Zoom in a minute. I'll save this on YouTube. Go back to YouTube, do some homework for me, extra sessions, comment and like and subscribe. Bye, mummy. Super well done.
Thank you.
You did so, so well.